Welcome. Today we will do lesson 4. And lesson 4 is the willow tree. Watch me. Now follow me. I will mirror image you. So we just ended our last set with our open and close. You take the ball and you take it down to your left hip. Then turning your dantian to your right knee and your fingers flow behind. So your fingers are pointing to the outside. Let's try that together. Bringing your hands to your left hip. Turn your dantian to the right and your fingertips float to the left. Very good. Let's try it one more time. Bring that ball down to your left hip. Turning your dantian to the right and your fingers float to the outside. Now from here, bring your hands across to your right hip. Once you get to your right hip, dump that box, nice and slow. Let's put that together. Bring that ball down to your left hip. Moving your dantian slightly to the right, puts your fingers to the outside, dragging your fingers across, and dispose of that box. Good. One more time. Bringing that ball down to your left hip, moving your dantian to the right, your fingertips float to the outside, coming across, discard that box. Now from here, your dantian moves to the left and your hands follow on a diagonal with your wrists leading to your left shoulder. Let's try that again. So we're right here. You've just discarded the box. Bring it up on a diagonal, across and up shoulder height, so that it's opposite your left shoulder. One more time, you're down here, you've discarded the box, coming up on a diagonal, and settle. Good. Let's try putting all that together now. Bring the box down to your left hip. Turn your dantian to the right, your fingertips float, coming across. Dump that box. Your dantian moves to the left and your hands follow with your wrist leading up to the left shoulder. One more time. Bring that box down to your left hip. Move your dantian to the right. Fingers float. Come across. Dump that box, and coming up on a diagonal. Now from here, you rotate your fingers to the outside and you flip your hands. And right as soon as you flip, you push that wall and come back to the middle. So let's try it 3 times from this position. So your fingers rotate to the outside, flip in the opposite direction, push, pushing that wall, and coming back. One more time, we're right here. Flip your fingers one direction and then flip around the other. Push. Push that wall and come back to the middle. Very good. Let's try to put that together. Here we are. We just ended with our open and close. Bring that ball down to your left hip. Dantian moves to your right, flipping your fingers to the outside, coming across. Discard that box. Come up on a diagonal. Rotate your fingers to the outside. Flip. Weight shift and you turn your toe. Push that wall. Come back and turn your toe back. Let's try it 2 more times and then I want you to try it on your own. Here we are. You're holding that ball. Bring it down to your left hip. Your dantian moves to the right and your fingers follow afterward. You discard that box. Your dantian moves to the left. Your fingers and your wrists come up. Here's where you gather energy, flip, weight shift, turn the toe, push the wall, and come back. One more time. Ollie. Push that ball down to your left hip. Turn your dantian. Fingers float. Discard that box. Come up on a diagonal. Push. And back. Open and close. Now I'm going to turn around and we'll do it together one time so that I'm in the same direction as you. So you're holding the ball. Bring that ball down to your left hip. Rotating your dantian to the right, your fingers float to the outside. Come across, and here you slowly dispose that box. Your dantian moves to the left, bringing your hands up to your left shoulder. Rotate your fingers to the outside, to the left. Flip. Turn your right toe. Shift your weight, push the wall. I think we should try that 2 more times. Here we go, bring that ball down. I think I did it to the wrong side. To the left hip, turn your dantian to the right. Dispose that box. Turn your dantian to the left, coming up on a diagonal. Fingers float to the outside and flip. Weight shift, turn your toe. Push that wall, weight shift, turning your toe back and back to the ball. Very good. Let's try it one last time. Here we are. Bring that ball to your left hip. Turn your dantian to the right. Your fingers float to the left. Bring your hands across along with your dantian. Discard that box. That's slowly, then bringing your hands up towards your left shoulder. Fingers float to the left. Flip, weight shift. Push that wall. Come back. And let's do a nice open and Very good. Now I really would like for you to turn off the video and go try it, preferably in a different room on your own. See how much you can remember and be kind to yourself. I'll see you back in a few minutes and we'll learn to do it to the other side. Welcome back. Did you really go away and practice it? I hope so. So now you're just going to follow me, and you will, over time and with practice, you'll perfect the same movement to the other side. So right now we're just going to do 3 follow me's, and we're going to do the willow tree to the other side. So I'm going to go ahead and turn around. And let's start doing it with the side that you know. So you're holding the ball. Bring that ball to your left hip. Turn your dantian to the right. Your fingers float to the left. Turning your dantian and your fingers follow. Dump that box. Come across and up. Fingers float to the left. Flip. Weight shift. Push that wall. Come back to the middle. Open and close. Now bring that ball down to your right hip. Your dantian moves to the left, your fingers float to the right. As your dantian moves to the left, your fingers flow behind. Dump that box. Your dantian moves to the right, and that brings your hands up on a diagonal to your right. Fingers float to the right and flip. Weight shift to the right. Turn your left toe. Push. Come back to the middle. Open and close. Let's do 2 more of those. Here we are, pushing that ball down to your right. Turn your dantian to the left, hands flip out, slowly coming across. Dump that box, your dantian moves to the right, come up on a diagonal. Fingers float to the right, flip, push that wall, and come back. Open. Okay, let's try one more. Pushing that ball down to the right. Dantian moves to the left. Fingers flow to the right and then come across. Slowly discard that box. Dantian moves to the right knee and hands up. Fingers float to the right. Flip. Push that wall. Back, open, and close. Okay, so let's go ahead and try one to the left and one to the right in succession. And just so you know where we are in the set, we just finished doing our waving hands and clouds, and then we move into the willow tree to each side. So here we are, we just finished waving hands and clouds. We do a nice open and close. We bring that ball to the left hip first. Rotating to the right, fingers flowing behind. Dump that box. Bringing your hands up towards the left shoulder. Fingers flow to the left, flip. Weight shift, push, come back, open, ollie stop, close. Bring that ball to the right, moving your dantian to the left, fingers float to the right, coming across your body. Discard that box, coming up on the diagonal. Fingers float to the right and flip, weight shift, push, to the middle. Open and close. Pushing out and slowly standing up. Very good. You now learned the middle section, and I would encourage you to try to practice it both with the video and without, and see how much you can do on your own. Once we return to our class, we will learn waving hands in clouds to the other side, so then we will have completed the Tai Chi for Rehabilitation set. The Tai Chi for Rehabilitation set begins with 3 open closes. Then we do waving hands in clouds to the left, and then we do our willow tree to the left. And then we mirror image, we do our willow tree to the right, we do waving hands in the clouds to the right, and then we end with 3 open and closes. I can't wait to see you next week. Have some good practice.